Hello and welcome back. This is a crochet and chat video. It's been a while. I'm going to go through a bit about what I've been doing since the last crochet and chat video, which to be honest with you hasn't been a great deal of crochet. Summer for me is always a period of time when I don't tend to do an awful lot of crochet. The odd bit here and there, little projects here and there, a couple of presents and stuff, but nothing really big, no real big projects. So one of my last videos was how to crochet a log cabin, and I have finished that blanket. I'm going to show you that, it's just over there, so I will be showing you that later. I might insert some pictures here so you can have a look. So that is now finished. It's quite big. This is a little bit of it here. So it's all scrap yarn. I did run out of the red at one point and had to use a different make of yarn or a slightly different colour yarn. But to be honest with you, once it's laid out, you can't see the change, you can't see the difference, you don't really notice it straight away. I did a little bit of a border. I could go bigger if I wanted to. I've done a border of the white, the pink, the green and some yellow. If I had more yarn, then I could have gone round again, but like I say, this was a scrap project, so I wasn't going to go out and buy more yarn to finish it off, or by doing more of the border. It's plenty big enough for what I wanted it for. It's going to be a nice little thing to have on the bed or the settee. So the log cabin is finished. It's been a nice project. I'm going to talk a little bit in a little while about my next project, which I'm really looking forward to, and I did some work on last night, so I'm gonna go into that in a sec. I've got one other thing that I'm working on at the moment that I'm going to show you. This is in previous videos I've spoken about magazines, magazines that you can get in supermarkets. This one is Crochet Now, and it is issue number 27, and I've gone for this because it's got rainbows in it. It's this one here that I've been making. Here's one I made earlier. This is one I made a couple of years ago, when this first came out. I made this when I first got this, and I thought that's such a comfortable pillow, I use it all the time. I thought I'd make another cover to go with it, so I decided to make that again, but I've decided to do it with slightly different colours. So I've gone for a black background with a white cloud with the same colour rainbow drops on the bottom. This is the first part I've just done. I'm just now starting the back part of the cushion, and then once that's done I've just got to sew it together, and then I can use the cushion insert from that one, pop it in that one, and then that project is also done. But I love these little magazines, they come in so handy for if you're just struggling for ideas. If you're just struggling for something to do, they're really, really good and handy for that kind of thing. Over the next few weeks we've got a new playlist of videos going up. Some of them will probably have gone up by the time this video goes up, and they are quick crochet gifts to make. I've got a few of them here, and there's the puff ball for the bathroom and some reusable cotton pads and a washcloth. I'm also working on another 2 projects to go with this as well. Only problem is I've run out of the green yarn, so I'm going to have to do it in blue, which is unfortunate because I'm going to have green and blue, but it's just to give you an idea of what you can make. Now my next project, which is the one I'm really excited about, it is another blanket. A little while ago there was an announcement about a TV programme that was going to be being made in the near future. This TV programme is called Loki. I'm a huge fan of Loki and Tom Hiddleston. In actual fact, I have got Thor playing in the background, and I decided that I wanted to make something which was Marvel related. So with this announcement of the new Loki TV programme, I really wanted to make something, and a few days ago I was watching a interview with Tom Hiddleston, and he was talking about how much he was looking forward to playing Loki again, and I thought, you know, I really should make something. I really want to make something which is Loki inspired. I didn't want it to be a really obvious thing like a Tom Hiddleston picture or anything like that. I wanted it to be something. So I started looking around online and I came up with some images that I kind of liked. I knew I wanted a main image in the middle, a colour in the background, and then a border going around that. And I did a drawing, and this is not a very good drawing because I am terrible at drawing. And this is, I'm not sure how much of this is actually going to come out on this. Just here is the main image, then you've got the background, and then you've got the border going around the edge. I've got some measurements on there as I was trying to figure out what size I wanted it to be, etc. Then I had a look on then I had a look on Google to see if I could find an image that I liked. I'm going to show you, I'm going to input here somewhere some images that I scrolled through. And then this is the image that I found. And now to get this image, what I actually did was I took my iPad, let's get it out. Oops. So I took my iPad and I went onto Amazon. I keep saying Amazon. I went onto Google Images, typed in Loki helmet image. I then went into the images section on Google, and there you can see loads of different Loki images. And so now I think this is the one I actually went for. So I put it on the screen. I then took a screenshot of that image, and then I placed a piece of paper over the top of that, and then I traced around it, using it as a bit like a light box. In the end, it turned out that I didn't actually need this, but it's going to be useful for a point of reference when I actually get to making it. But like I say, I then changed my mind and decided not to do it that way. I remembered about this website called Stitch Fiddle, where you can download images and then they will create it into a graph for a number of different style blankets. Right, so when you go onto Stitch Fiddle, first thing it says is choose your craft: crochet, knitting, cross stitch or other. I'm obviously crocheting, so I'll go into crochet, and then it gives you options of corner to corner crochet, crochet with colours, for example a graph can, a pixel crochet, a picture crochet, Tunisian colour work or tapestry. And then it gives you a couple of other options: Tunisian crochet single colour, free form, place and born shapes in all different directions, fillet crochet and other. So you've got lots of different things that you can use within that. You basically go in there, you download an image, and then it will produce a chart for you to work from. I've decided to do a corner to corner. So I really like the way corner to corner builds and how you can get different colours in. There is a downside to corner when using colours that aren't going in a line. Because it's done from corner to corner, these lines, these diagonals are all going in one direction. So you go that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. So you're doing two rows of the same colour all the way along. Where I find it gets a bit fiddly is when you're doing, say for example, I decided to do one a few years ago which was purple, white, purple, white, purple, white. And it was the white was getting lost within the purple because I was having to fasten off the white to do the purple, then start again with the white with fresh yarn, and it wasn't really working the way I wanted it to work, so I kind of gave up on that project and didn't finish it. In actual fact, I think I ripped it out a few months ago. But with this one, looking at this particular pattern and looking at the way the helmet is actually laid out, it's all very diagonal anyway. There's lots of diagonals going through it. There are going to be a couple of occasions where I'm going to be stopping and starting, but there's not very many one stitches. It's a case of 4 or 5 in one colour, and then 10 in another, then maybe 2 in another colour, and then another 10 in another colour. So now we start talking about the colours. I've decided to do this in 3 different colours. I haven't mentioned the border yet. I'm going to go onto the border in a second. To do this blanket in green, gold and black. So I have already made a start. Here is the first part of the corner to corner. It actually goes like that because that's the first corner there. It starts here and goes up this way, and this is the first 10 rows of the corner to corner blanket. The chart, I think from memory, was something like 216, and that's literally just for the centre panel, which is going to be the green with the Loki mask in the middle, which is going to be in the gold. But I think it will look quite good having those 2 colours in it. The border going around is going to be black, and then I'm undecided on, I'm going to be having a go at doing some mosaic crochet, which I've never done before, so I'm going to give that a go. And I'm thinking I'm going to be doing black and gold, because you'll see the knot pattern that's going to be going around the edge. The blanket itself, I think it's going to be about 6 foot by 5 foot, not including the border, so it's going to be quite big. And it's going to take a long time to make, and it's going to take some yarn to make as well. I haven't got all of the yarn, those 2 balls I had in my stash. I am going to have to buy some more black yarn because I've used a lot of it up while doing the blanket. However, stash year is over. I had a look on my order history on the website that I buy my yarn from, and I haven't bought any since October. Day of filming, it's the end of September, so I can actually start buying yarn again. To be honest with you, I've not really missed it. I've had enough of my stash, so it's not been a huge problem. I've managed to get a blanket out of it. I've managed to do some little projects here and there. For example, the cushion and a few other things that I spoke about in my last crochet and chat video were all done from scrap yarn as well, or stash yarn. So that is everything that we've got going on at the moment. I have now got some better technology, as in I've now got a camera, so I can, and memory card, so I can film for longer periods of time. I can store the stuff that I'm filming now, which was a problem from before. So I will give you updates on the Loki blanket as and when. But I'm really looking forward to actually getting into that. With that being said, I think that's everything we need to talk about this month. If you've got any questions or any comments, give a video a like, and why not subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Thanks, bye.